Hey y'all, Ramdino here. Don't you just hate it when you're walking down the trail all fat, dumb, and happy, loving life, loving looking around, you're walking across rocks or roots, doesn't matter, you're enjoying the terrain, you plant that trekking pole, move forward, gets hung up behind you, and oh dang, snap. Yep, literally, that's what happens. Well, today, I'm gonna show you how to fix that on the trail and stay out there so it doesn't stop your hike. So stick around. Okay, so obviously this is a carbon fiber trekking pole. Damage can even occur to aluminum pole. You'll notice this one kind of has a slight bend in it. I didn't try to bend it all the way out because it's still very functional just the way it is. Doesn't really give me any trouble other than it doesn't slide all the way back up in this thing when I try to collapse it. But you know, even damage can occur to aluminum trekking poles. I like carbon fiber. I know a lot of you say, well, if you didn't have carbon fiber, that wouldn't have happened. And you're probably right. It probably would have just bent the pole a little bit. But I like these for various other reasons. They're lighter, and that's for a different video, different review. I will be doing a review on these trekking poles in the upcoming future. But let's get on with how you're going to fix this. So what happened is I did stick this, jam it down in the rock, and on my latest section hikes, it was real rocky, and I moved forward, and when I did, apparently there was a rock here, and it just bent against that, snapped it right off, and that's what happened right there. So carbon fiber, some carbon fiber has got the fibers are a little longer, and it won't just snap right off. It will just tend to break a little bit, and kind of you can still see the fibers, and it won't come all the way off. In this case, this one did come all the way off. But what you're going to need to fix this is you're going to need just some sticks, just like this, just some green sticks. You need to cut them, at first cut them a length about 16 inches or something, and I just broke these off, didn't cut these at all. And then you're going to need your duct tape that you have got on the shaft of your trekking pole. That's something that everybody needs. I keep about 3 to 4 feet on each trekking pole. Most of the time it's there just to patch something in my rain gear or to patch something on my tent or something like that, but there's a multitude of uses. You know, patching your water bottle or something like that. But in this case, I had to use it on my trip, and I had to come back, and what we're going to do is we are going to apply a splint just like you might do if somebody had broke their leg or something. So we're going to take these sticks. 3 is better than 2. You could get by with 2, but it doesn't take you that much longer to do 3. 4 is even better, but in any case, 3 did me for the rest of my hike. I broke this shaft on the 2nd day of my trip, and my repair lasted all the way through the 5th day, and it's still lasting right now. And if I hadn't gotten a new pair of trekking poles replacement from the company, then I could have probably kept hiking them with them just with a splint. But we're going to splint these, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So a couple things that's going to be really helpful if you do ahead of time is if you go ahead and take off about 12 inches, 3 pieces of your duct tape, go ahead and have them laid out here and do them on your pack or something like that, because you want to keep any type of debris off of them so that you'll be able to get maximum adhesive. This is Gorilla Tape. That's my preferred brand. It just sticks better than regular old duct tape or cheap duct tape or something like that. I'm going to take my sticks right here, and you want to be several inches, probably 4 works best, above and below where the break is. So in this case, I had already broke the other mate to this trekking pole, and then when I broke this bottom section, just for the purpose of this video, I lost it walking around. So I had to break it again. But typically the lower section is what's going to break off. So we got a break here in this carbon fiber. You can see that break there. And I'm not even going to try to really straighten it out. I'm just going to splint it where it lies, just like you would do if you had a leg or something. So I'm going to go about 4 inches or so above and below the break. It doesn't have to be neat. It can be neat. I'll show you why in just a minute, why the disadvantages of this portion right here not being neat, but it's not required to be. If you want to get on down the trail, that's fine. So I'm going to keep on getting these a little smaller here till they're both about the same size, or all three are about the same size, and that way we'll be nice and uniform. So we'll just do that, and you know, if I had a serrated knife of some type, I would probably maybe cut a little bit of this off. In any case, it helps if you got somebody to help you, but it's not really necessary. So first thing I'm going to do is maybe just cut off just a little bit of this one and get the top started. Now the way you want to attach this is you want to put duct tape on the top and on the bottom, and then also right there just above the brake, not at the brake, because that brake is going to be like a hinge. So wherever that brake is, that pole is going to want to try to hinge about that and make that brake worse. So you need to not do it directly over the brake. So I'm going to do it right here, kind of get that one started. And I'll be sure that I want to have enough tape here, so I'm going to use different tapes or different pieces to do that and tape it down there at the bottom. So that kind of gets me started there. And then I'll just do the same thing all the way around this. Okay, so once you kind of got them all the way around, and it's important if you can to try to get these sticks, get as straight as sticks as possible. Probably could have done a little better job with these here, but you want to space them out to where they are more or less on 3 equal sides. And then all you do from there is you take your different lengths of Gorilla Tape, and you want to tape it really, really tight. So go ahead and tape it as tight as you can. And I do the ends first. And then again, the last one I'm going to do above the brake. And so essentially what you've created there, right there, is a splint. And this was a finished product that I did actually out in the field. This is the actual one that lasted me for another 3 days while I was out there. Now, one of the reasons why I said it's better if you go ahead and cut these ends off flush if you can is because, you see, I didn't do that, and so they were constantly catching stuff along the trail, catching vines, catching thorns, things like that, and I would have to, you know, jerk them up, and it was just a little on the inconvenient side because I didn't take that extra few minutes to shave those down. But in any case, this got me through, and I was really glad that I took the time to do that because I do use my tracking poles. I do use them for uphill, downhill, wherever I'm with them, and they're just, they really help me a lot out as I'm hiking. Well, folks, there you have it. That is how you're going to put your, use the field expedient method and put that pole back together, reinforce it just like you were splinting a leg, and that will carry you on down the trail until you can get another pole, something shipped to you, or who knows, you might could pick one up in the hiker box somewhere. Folks, hope you got some out of that. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you got any questions. Subscribe to this channel. As always, appreciate you, and we'll see you out here.